Hey guys, welcome. So I want to talk about something that's very important if you're training to fight in any capacity, okay, in martial arts. Now, what happens is typically you begin training, okay, and to say we're going to use me as an example. So I started when I was 16, okay, until I was about 20, I had really no solid instruction. Like it was okay, but I wasn't getting a lot. Then I met a guy that knew a little bit of stuff and he helped me. So I might've been training at this level. Okay, after that, I met Alan Jacobs, who was actually Whitney Houston's actual bodyguard. I trained him in jiu-jitsu and taekwondo and a little bit of striking, and that took me up another level. Okay, and then I met Joe Louis, and that took a while because I only got to see him every now and then, but it was significantly the change in my skills and everything I did. It improved dramatically over a very short period of time with him. Not just my skills, but the quality of the work that I was doing in my training. Now, with Lewis and then with David and putting together Fighters College, the level of my training is way up here, okay? So this is now at 59 years old, when I'm not in my prime, the quality of the training, not only effectiveness, efficiency of time, not getting injured, understanding conditioning, the things that I've learned are at their peak. I'm still learning, but they're at much more of a peak right now, okay? Versus way back here when I started. So if this represents a span of 30 years, that's 30 years of time spent training that wasn't as efficient as it is now. Now, this is where most people are. So where are you in this, right? If you're just starting out, this is where you are, okay? So unless you get lucky and you get somebody who understands the exact proper way to teach fundamentals, they have a system, they understand drills to develop skills, then you are spinning your wheels. And honestly, this really should look more like this, because the initial quality of what you get is just not that great. So everybody always comes out and says, man, if I'd have known now then what I know now. That's the secret to everything, right? As you get older, you learn more, but then you lose your body, so you can't do some of the stuff that you did. So you got to get smarter, or you learn how to keep your body. Like, how do you keep it strong and in shape, mobile, etc. So here's what we're doing now, and this is the important part of the video. Our goal is to start you here. I want to start you up here with the knowledge that David and Dice and I have over 80 years total, 25 years with Joe Louis. 40 plus full contact fights, multiple state world champions trained. What if you can start here with that kind of quality of knowledge, regardless of your age? So now, instead of trying to start down here at the base with this incredibly low learning curve, fighters can start for self-defense, for boxing, for competition, for whatever, just overall training. Who wouldn't want a better quality of work in what they're doing? Starting up here, how much faster can you get better? You can easily 10x the speed at how fast your skills are developing by elevating the quality of the training that you are doing. So now, the Fighters College program, for example, what we do first is we're going to teach you a stance. Now, when we do a stance, we are shooting for a universal stance that works in all areas. It's proven, pretty much inarguable when you hear all the basics broken down, but you learn a solid stance. Where do the hands go? Where do the feet go? How do I move? Stance, movement comes after that. So you learn how to stance, learn how to move, okay? Then you learn mechanics. Notice that's before striking, because if you just start throwing punches, chances are you're not throwing them with the type of power, speed, etc. that you would until you understand the body mechanics of torque, rotation, and weight shift. So we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna start striking, okay? It doesn't take long because we're starting you with a very high level of training. You can learn this stuff very fast because we've broken it down into drills and workouts that will lead you along when the training begins, okay? So learn to move, mechanics, striking. So now I'm striking with good mechanics from a good position. That's huge. Most people don't have that. Most fighters don't have that until way longer in their career. And a lot of times they're not taught it. You just have to waste years of training trying to figure it out. Okay. Now, after the striking, then what comes is combinations. And combinations, of course, defense is in here. When we talk striking, we're talking not only the punches, but all the blocks, counters, etc. When we get to combinations, we're learning how to put all this together in drills, and all of this, and then the drills equal skills. Not only skills, easy 10x the skills. Okay? Why? Because the foundation, the fundamentals, the basics are all taught correctly from the beginning, and you start at this high level of education. So in a very short period of time, you have quickly raised your fight skills. And look, if you want, we do have a free Strikers IQ guide. The link is in the description of the video, so you can download that for free. If you want to just get a quick little refresher that you can look over to make sure help you now for things that you're doing for your striking. So when we put all this together, what you end up with is our Fighters College curriculum. What we do in there is we break it all down. We systematically take you through every workout, every skill, so that you learn it. And once you've learned that, you have an option to be certified. You can get a certification in Fighters College. You can get your black belt eventually with us in Fighters College. Your instructor's certification comes as part of that. And you can walk into any striking gym anywhere in the world, 100% guaranteed, and hold your own and out-teach most people. Now, why? Is that because I'm good? No, not just me. David? Not just David. Joe Louis? Not just Joe Louis. This is the combined knowledge of all three, everything Louis taught us, plus my 40 plus years, plus David's 40 plus years. And we've worked with, some of the best strikers, kickers, punchers on the planet, right? And we understand mechanics and leverage and God's laws, physics, how we can apply things that are inarguable. Here's why we do it a certain way. And that's what makes the training so efficient. So guys, grab the free Strikers IQ guide. If you're ready to step it up, Fighters College is open. We're still in the introductory phase of Fighters College. So it is a very low rate right now. It's about to go up dramatically. You can lock that in. So it's at least worth your time to click the link and check it out. I just want you to look it over. You be the judge of whether it would benefit you or not. So let's think about these. And if you can, even if you're training on your own, I want you to go through yourself, do an analyze your training, and make sure that you're including all of these things in your skill development for all of your workouts. Guys, I'm Alan Branch from Glove Up and Fighters College. Help you any way we can. Just comment if you have any questions. Definitely grab that Strikers technique guide. Just to have that in your arsenal. Is free. And if you're ready to level up, join us at fighterscollege.com. All the links are in the description. See you next time.